We're having a chat today about the entrepreneurial brain, and I've got Melissa with me. Thanks so much for your time, Melissa, and for all your support and hard work.
Great. This is great.
The entrepreneurial brain is your framework as an entrepreneur for democratizing entrepreneurship, and our massive transformative purpose is democratizing entrepreneurship. So, that is really about making entrepreneurship accessible, making it understandable, making it simpler, even though democratizing entrepreneurship may not sound simple. It's really about making it accessible and easier to execute on and for people to learn and grow as entrepreneurs. And not only as new entrepreneurs, but especially as seasoned entrepreneurs, we can still learn. And by each of us teaching another entrepreneur, we can all learn. So we practice the mantra of each one teach one. And the framework has what we call the dynamic states of the entrepreneurial brain. So these are really kind of emotional states. These are feelings that you experience as you progress in your entrepreneurial journey. It's not linear. It's very much dynamic, very much fluid. You might feel fear. Even I feel fear from time to time if I come across something that I have to go back to or have to, have experience that I didn't enjoy in the past and have to address again. So those dynamic states can emerge at any point, but they go from fear to ignite, to explore, to refine, to transcend, and those feelings or feel those states of mind at any different time. We've done quite a lot on mindset in the past, and today we're going to focus on team. So just to quickly remind you, the pathways are mindset, team, practices, and resources on the one hand, and on the other, customer skills and solutions. So mindset is about the way you think. Team practices and resources is about the way you work. And customer skills and solutions is about your value offer and how you exchange value with your customer. But as I said, let's focus on team for today. So this board outlines all of those pathways, but the team pathway is down here. And what we see the team pathway being about is it's really about all of the people that you collaborate closely with for shared value. And that's for sharing value between yourselves and with your customers. It kind of initially, it starts with using or utilizing any and every resource that might help. Views on this, Melissa? Where can you take us with this thought?
Well, I would like to draw on my own experience as an entrepreneur. And I think when you start out, or when you start a new project for that matter, you start looking at what do you have around you that you can start using. So who do you trust? Who are the people that you can rely on? And then just, one of the concepts is looking at, where can you get the quickest help? I would think, a concept like staff on demand would come in here, where
Yeah.
if I needed marketing to be done, I could literally hire out that particular skill in order to get my project off the ground or my business off the ground. I would also think that at this point, I would have to do a little bit of self-reflection and engagement, because you're kind of like, coming out of the cocoon at this stage. So for me, it's looking at what does the world have to offer, what opportunities are out there, and how can I leverage off those particular opportunities. So
Yeah, and can we leverage off some enlightened without being arrogant resources? So people that have got the t-shirts and explored things like abundance thinking, that are open to exponential possibilities. What does that mean in the context of where you're coming from and where you want to go to? So there are lots of resources out there, and in this community, we really are looking to share those resources and help each other. Really do more giving than taking as a community. To do that effectively, you need to start to network and enlist key skills and associates. Elaborate a bit on that for us, Melissa.
Sure. And again, I'll draw from my own experience as an entrepreneur. So when I first started out, I just had to get the business off the ground and engage with whoever I needed to. And then once that was done, I started then understanding the things that I actually really needed in terms of key skills I like. And then I started looking for ways in which I could learn the things that I knew I didn't have in terms of skill sets. I started then looking for people that I could network with so that I could gain from them in terms of experience, in terms of, I think the right word is looking for affiliates. Who do I know? Who do I want to have in my room? And who can I then sort of use in terms of skills, experience? Our team or in our community, we've also started the concept of masterminding. And I think, just to elaborate on what masterminding is, it's actually a group of people that can come together where you can leverage of each other's experiences, each other's skill sets and strengths, as well as looking to ideate on problems that you may be experiencing, challenges that you may be experiencing. And it's, a very short, sharp initiative. I've heard people explaining it like, it's you taking the painkiller at this point instead of the supplements.
Yeah,
So I really
awesome.
like
Kind
that.
of collective learning and sharing, and really helping each other to move the needle forward or get the hurdles that might exist out of the way. That's awesome. And then we go on to leveraging communities of common purpose as tribes, where we've got shared values and we can share value. What's your view on that, Melissa?
I think understanding at this point, what's working in your business, what's not working, and then understanding your purpose, and then
Mm,
aligning yourself to other people who have the same purpose,
mm,
help you actually grow exponentially and create a tribe.
yeah.
So for me, a tribe is people that have the same value system, purpose as you, and
Or
then
moonshot, perhaps?
yes,
Mm,
and also I think where you can share practices to
yeah.
achieve that common goal. But there are other people that actually are on the same path as me. So let me learn from them, let me grow with them, and let me affiliate myself with them. So I think that for me is what leveraging
Yeah.
communities is.
Yeah, and we always kind of start with, our own purpose, making sure that we're doing stuff for purpose and with purpose. But it's very important that the team that we attract also shares that common purpose. So, and then we build it out through a community that shares the purpose. So that moves us nicely onto building, form your own tribe from your own purpose. Melissa?
So I think for me, at this juncture, it's now you understand who all the people around you are, who the different communities are, and then you can almost start handpicking people that will have the exact same purpose as you, that have the skill sets that you require and actually complements you. So for me, building a team means that everybody's aligned and that you can actually share ideas and ideate together and build the business together, whilst getting problems that people are experiencing, ideas, and then learning and growing together.
Yeah, and practicing critical thinking together, so kind of in a safe space where, you're not threatened by the constructive criticism and the critical thinking, but you're there for collective learning so that the collective intelligence of the tribe is enhanced. And then we obviously want to grow this tribe, so we really want to be able to scale. Your thoughts, Melissa?
So I think for scaling, when you understand what kind of works, then you've bedded down a culture within your team. Everybody understands how they're operating. Everybody understands how to do things, and they then can start to look at what's next. And in order to look at what's next, I think that the team needs to start disrupting themselves, to start looking at further opportunities that they haven't seen before, looking at how they can start adapting, how they can start getting better. How can you start looking at expansion in different ways, different forms, depending on what your business model is.
Yeah. And being able to run a distributed business model that's highly decentralized, but still sort of the glue that holds it together is that common purpose. Awesome. Thanks, Melissa. That was great. We're excited about building teams. So let's do it.
Great.
Cool.